Hi, I'm Graeme Simsion. I'm delighted to be talking for the Readarama blog and answering a lot of difficult questions to which I've not prepared answers about my favourite books. Okay, I'm a Bob Dylan tragic. I have this enormous collection of non-fiction books about Bob Dylan. There is always one of them sitting beside the bed. And when I go to bed, having had perhaps one too many drinks to really focus on anything intelligent, I'll pick up that and read some nonsense about how he wrote a particular song at a particular time and what it might mean. It's almost entirely useless to the rest of my life, but it's just one of those things you read before you go to sleep. My favourite place to read is in bed. At the moment, I always have a whole bunch of books open, half completed. And the other thing is, when I'm writing though, I don't read much. As Don Tillman would say, I'm in output mode and I don't want to be confused by input. And I actually find, so my reading when I am writing is largely dictated by what I have to read rather than what I choose to read. So I'm asked to read books for review and so forth, to promote them and so on, so I have to read those. And I'm still studying, so I'll read books for school. So, right now, okay, I've got The Cheeky Monkey open next to the bed, and that's a book by Tim Ferguson, a comedian, on writing comedy, and it's just a fabulous book, but I'm reading through it slowly, so it's a non-fiction book, so that I really appreciate. Naturally, there is a Bob Dylan book beside my bed, and I think the one at the moment is by Clinton Halen, a bit of a Bob Dylan specialist, called On the Road Again, Still on the Road. I'm going to pick Awakenings by Oliver Sacks. That's a really tough call because I like everything that Oliver Sacks has written. I could have equally picked The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat, but of course that's more like short stories. And what I like about it is that it's science beautifully written. In the same league, I could even put The Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins. Really important science, really beautifully written. 5 great popular science books, and absolutely number 1 would be a short history of nearly everything by Bill Bryson. The Third Chimpanzee by Jared Diamond. Awakenings by Oliver Sacks. Any one of Richard Dawkins' book except The God Delusion. So any of his earlier books, The Selfish Gene is still a superb piece of writing. Apollo 13, that's by James Lovell and whoever his co-author was. Okay, so I've done 5 science books, now 5 fiction books. Look, lots of people know this book, but it's an all-time favourite. A Prayer for Owen Meany by John Irving. Dirt Music by Tim Winton. Edition by Tony Jordan. The Road Home by Rose Tremaine, and it's by Sue Williams, and it's called Murder with the Lot.